because the client can see the results soon after the first session, and the results are achieved within a relatively short time frame. Building by using an atomic bomb. There's no point, you just use other methods with it, which are cheaper. Bleeding will inevitably occur during the surgical procedure. Now, this is a readout from the webpage Xanthelasmas Treatments. So, is what treatments are available for you if you have xanthelasma and you want them removed. There's a number of videos on this webpage, so we can actually show you all the videos in this readout. We're only going to make some commentary, and if you want to really understand everything, you've got to go to this webpage and take your time and watch the videos and absorb the information yourself, because we've got a lot of information here, not only what we've written but the videos as well. Now, Xanthelasmas treatments. So what we're talking about here is all the possible treatments that are really effective for you and the ones that are more DIY sort of treatments. Xanthelasmas treatment options, different treatments and their costs. So you've got these two videos which you can actually watch in advance. What are the chances of scarring after xanthelasma treatment? The chances of scarring after undergoing xanthelasma treatment depend on the type of treatment, whether any damage was caused to the dermis during the treatment, and any infection following the treatment. Now, we start with this because the first question that people ask us is, will I get any scars after the treatment, after removing xanthelasma? And this is why we're actually put this text there. So basically, as we've actually mentioned in other videos and all throughout our website, the treatment that's got the highest likelihood of leaving you with a scar is surgical excision. The other ones pretty much have got a lower likelihood of leaving you a scar. Now, type of treatments proven to work. The available treatments that are scientifically proven to work are only surgical excision, which is the ones that have got the highest likelihood of leaving you with a scar. Removal using lasers, electrical arcing or electrolysis, chemical peels. TCA peels in clinics. We actually made a huge web page on that, so you can actually read it. The TCA allows easy removal of xanthelasma, usually within 1 to 2 treatments. This makes the product very successful within cosmetic clinics because the treatment because the client can see the results soon after the first session, and the results are achieved within a relatively short time frame. However, TCA is not very easy to control, and compared to other types of cosmetic peels, it could be too aggressive on certain skin types and more prone to cause hypopigmentation, hyperpigmentation than other skin peels. Now, the point is here, TCA is still used in cosmetic clinics because TCA is very, very aggressive. TCA, once again, is extremely effective in removing xanthelasma. If you're actually watching, we've put 2 videos here. One is taken from someone else, it's just showing you how they use TCA on the xanthelasma. And the other one is our commentary on somebody who used TCA to remove her xanthelasma and published everything online. Unfortunately, this website was taken down. I don't know exactly why, but we managed to get her permission to use the pictures and all the information, and we made a video on it. So it's still saved by us, so you can actually see what she'd done. If we knew that her website would actually go down, we would actually salvage that as well, but it was too late when we found out, unfortunately. But that's another proof, and actually shows you how TCA works. So if you've got xanthelasma, you want to try the cheapest possible way. We do not recommend it simply because TCA has got some risks associated to it, especially if it gets into contact with your eyes. but many people have reported using TCA on their own in order to remove their xanthelasma. So that is a DIY way, do-it-yourself way at home to do it, but is something that we wouldn't suggest you do it. But if you want to take the risk, by all means do it, because the people who've done it got very good results from it. Now, xanthelasma by laser treatment, we made a video on it, which you can actually see, you can actually watch. Xanthelasma laser treatment is very effective in removing xanthelasma, but it's very expensive, and xanthelasma removal method is similar to electrolysis or electrical arcing to removing xanthelasma, but is slightly more difficult to perform and more dangerous. That's true. If you want to know why, you can actually watch the video where we're actually discussing it. Which is very likely this one. I can't quite remember whether it is this one or not, but we're actually going into detail about that. But laser removal does work, there's no doubt about that. Then surgical excision is the one that has got to be avoided. Surgical excision, xanthelasma surgical excision using a scalpel. This is the oldest method of removing xanthelasma. It consists in using the same procedure used for skin cancer excision. This is a very effective procedure in removing xanthelasma within one session. However, it is very invasive. Bleeding will inevitably occur during the surgical procedure. The use of a local anesthetic is mandatory. There are risks of infections, which is true, and the procedure will almost inevitably scar the patient. This type of procedure is to be avoided due to the high chances of scarring to the patient. Given all the modern techniques available, there is no reason for this type of treatment to be used any longer, and this is very true. So there is no reason. It's just like blowing up a building by using an atomic bomb. There's no point. You just use other methods which are cheaper and not as devastating. So we've got electrical arcing, we've got lasers, we've got many other ways of doing it which have got less likelihood of leaving any scarring. So some people still do it, and we're quite surprised they still do it, but to this day. But if somebody suggests it, please avoid it. Now, the one that we specialize in as well is electrical arcing, sometimes referred to as plasma. And what is it? So if you want to know what it is, then we've got a website about that. But this has been taken by our website. Electrical insulators, when subjected to a high enough voltage, undergo an electrical breakdown. When the electrical breakdown occurs, the electric current starts flowing through the insulator, and then the insulator becomes an electricity conductive substance. Basically, it's the process of sparking. This is what we're talking about. In other words, voltaic arc or electrical arc or plasma is an electrical discharge which occurs in the insulating substance during the electrical breakdown, and this happens at a specific voltage and specific conditions of an insulator. In aesthetics, electrical arcing is used for tattoo removal, skin tightening, benign mold removal, xanthelasma removal, and skin lesions removal, and more. So if you want to know more, there's a lot more that we've got on our voltaicplasma.com website. Now, xanthelasma removal by freezing. This is something that you should avoid. May cost some clinics may even still suggest it, but it's absolutely to be avoided. But let's look at it. This removal treatment involves freezing the xanthelasma with liquid nitrogen or another chemical, which is known as cryotherapy. The fluid nitrogen treatment has been proposed as a possible xanthelasma removal treatment for freezing. By freezing, the liquid nitrogen xanthelasma treatment is referred to as xanthelasma ablation, and this will see this option, and you will see this option come up from time to time. However, the dangers of applying the extreme low temperatures to your eyelids and disappointing results have made this removal treatment the least favoured. It is simply too dangerous, destructive, and the results are unreliable, and this is true. However, just imagine how you're going to actually put deep freezing onto your upper eyelids. Not a good idea. However, the effects of cryotherapy are difficult to control. Therefore, although it has been adopted as xanthelasma treatment in some clinics, it is not generally advisable to be used for xanthelasma removal for two reasons: relatively high potential dangers to the eyes. Normal eye protectors used to protect the eyes during laser excision cannot protect the eyes against the deep cold of the cryosurgery. This treatment presents the highest likelihood of neither being suitable nor effective. The risks of infections after the procedures are very low. If you want to know more, you can read more about that. And xanthelasma treatment with castor oil. Xanthelasma can be an unsightly condition that can dramatically affect your appearance. These growths are not dangerous. They may have an impact on your everyday life. Xanthelasma treatment can be long and possibly even costly depending on the type of treatment you choose. Most people could prefer a more natural way to deal with their xanthelasma, which would lead them to consider castor oil. It is definitely worth a try. Now, we've made another page on this, on castor oil. There's been some people reporting that it does work. We haven't tried it. But castor oil is very easily available, so you can try it, buy online, and if you want to know how to use it, just read that page that is linked here. Now, xanthelasma using garlic treatment, again, this is one of the holistic treatments which we do not know whether they work or not, but garlic is easily available. Just be careful with garlic, because it could actually cause some harm to your eyelids if you put garlic juice inside your eyes, your eyeballs, so something to be avoided. But anyway, let's read it. Garlic reduces cholesterol blood pressure. Is not going to hurt you by taking garlic in an attempt to control your xanthelasma, as it is able to help you lower your cholesterol levels and has other health benefits. It is a great option to improve your health and reduce the detrimental effects of an increasing cholesterol level. Now, the point is, you can actually use it in two ways. You read all about that on our article. Either eat a lot of garlic, or just get garlic juice onto your xanthelasma and hope for the best. So if you want to know more detail about that, you just click on this link over here. But this is all for this video. So you've got all the treatments that are possible, that we know of, that are possible to remove your xanthelasma. If you have xanthelasma, it's something that you do not really need to live with. Do not need to cover them up, because it's quite easy to be removed, and there are many ways to remove them. Not only can you use our product, but you can actually use very inexpensive methods that really work. So we hope that you find this video useful. Should you want to know more, or want to have some help, want to get some help from us, just get in contact with us, especially using WhatsApp. Thank you for watching.